It's been a while. It's been a while. What's up, everybody? This your man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original Road Warlords, and as always, bringing you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry, what we call trucking. So, wanted to get up here and do a live and stuff. I know I haven't been up here in a while, and so this is probably one of the only times and stuff I can get up here. What's up, Mr. Andrews? Congratulations, man. Keep on doing your thing, man. And so, Brandon, what's going on with you? Congratulations to you as well and stuff, man. I still, keep an eye on your stuff, man. I guess I ain't been getting up there and saying anything. It's mostly me just getting up there watching, and seeing what you guys and stuff are talking about. So, wanted to go ahead and let's see next. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry about that, Preach. Yeah. Yeah, I just been sitting in the back and stuff. I just been sitting in the back, man, because the last couple weeks I've been dealing with it's a couple of drivers I've been working with, and they have I'm gonna tell you, I mean, it's they really been going through it and stuff. So I just, with me coaching them, and stuff, man, I really ain't had time to get up here and do a live. It's just once I get done, I mean, I'm looking like, man, I got 5 hours on one call, 3 hours on another, then on top of the stuff I have to do. So so I just ain't had the time and stuff to get up here and go live. I guess the update with myself is that I finally got the furniture in the house. I haven't seen it though, but my sister went and took care of that stuff for me. So I got to get home and take a look and finish stuff off. But for the most part, the furniture and stuff is in there. So, but yeah, other than that, man, and just doing the coaching, it's been real. It's just been real exhausting. So, I guess what I'm seeing is that I promise people and stuff that I say, if I'm gonna make time and stuff like that, but I see it's with me doing the coaching, I probably have to set something up a little bit more to be more efficient with the coaching and stuff, cause I want to do that and do and do the lives and stuff too. But anyhow, I guess you guys been keeping up with the trucking news, and so Freight Waves and a couple of other news media outlets that centered around trucking has talked about how the FMCSA. All right, Mr. Robbins, what's going on with you? The FMCSA is they're back on the speed limiter mandates and stuff, and so right now they are trying to get feedback from drivers to see, if they should even set it, or if they set it, what should it be and stuff. And so we already know it's going to be set. But the thing is that what is going to be the new speed limit and stuff. And so what are the things that we're going to be, they're going to be keeping an eye on and stuff, in case people talk about, well, there's ways around it, which it really isn't. Unless you got well, it doesn't matter if you're ELD exempt, then they're going to be watching you more. And if you do have the ELD and stuff, then that's how they're going to be tracking if you go over the mile per hour and stuff, because the data log and stuff in there is going to prove if you went over the speed limit. The state of North Carolina, for instance, was I believe last month, if you went 1 mile over the speed limit, they were giving everybody tickets, cars and trucks. But if you went 1 mile over the speed limit, they were pulling you over and getting you a speed ticket. So, what does this mean? So, we have to take a compilation of everything that's been going on in the industry for these last 5 months and stuff. So the newest thing now that's coming out is with the speed limiters. On top of the fact that diesel fuel only has, with diesel fuel and stuff, the price of diesel fuel has went up almost $4. It's went up $4 a gallon and stuff. Where it used to be the average was about three. It's about 3.50 now. The average fuel price is anywhere from 6 to, yeah, you're looking about 6.5. So and then some of the states over there in the west and stuff is $7 a gallon. So you got high fuel prices. You have high fuel prices. You have a low job output. You have a low work output and stuff. They did the first quarter. They did the first quarter earnings and stuff, and they see that workers' output and stuff was down, and we already seen that from last year, and 2020 with the COVID and stuff like that, the SBA loans, PPP loans and stuff. So you had a lot of incentive not to go out here and go to work, and so some states are now they're having a supply chain shortage and stuff. They're saying that at first it was the pandemic, then they're saying they're short on workers, and so now you got the speed limiter. You had the speed limiter mandate and stuff that's coming up on top of the fact that you got diesel fuel right now at almost $7 a gallon and stuff. And so everybody can see right now and stuff where everything is heading. So I don't want to put this on. Well, we just got to call it for what it is and stuff. So from the political aspect of things, I haven't seen such a poor administration. I haven't seen such a poor governmental administration inside the transportation industry since Jimmy Carter's deregulation. Let's just call it for what it is and stuff, man. I mean, this is just horrible, man. I mean, and so I don't know what the Democrats and stuff are thinking, man. But it's just, I don't know, with the midterms and stuff rolling up, and they're just losing seats and stuff left and right. I just hope that if the Republicans are to get it and stuff, then they start looking at some of these draconian laws and stuff that they're implementing out here and stuff, and do something about it. I also said something about politicians being very retaliatory. They're being very retaliatory and stuff, because we got to remember now, the mandates and stuff that they were implementing in the first part of the year, up there with Canada, and then you had the Freedom Rides, if I'm saying it correctly and stuff. The guys that was coming from California, they were supposed to make it over there to Washington D.C. at the time that Joe Biden was giving the State of the Union address. So those things had real profound impacts, because now you don't hear anything about a mandate anymore and stuff. Nobody's really implementing anything and stuff like that. So I guess it's they pretty much just done away with it and stuff now because of its effectiveness and stuff, despite the fact they're not going to get up here and say, oh, well, okay, what the truck drivers did was very effective, But again, we know politicians to be very retaliatory. And so this right here is a direct result and stuff of that, the diesel fuel prices and stuff. I mean, they got the perfect scapegoat and stuff, which they were talking about the war in Ukraine by Russia. But remember, every time they was talking about oil, they was talking about oil and oil supplies, or any kind of thing dealing with gasoline, diesel fuel, oil and stuff. It always came from the Middle East. And so now they say, oh, well, we get a great supply from Russia, and Russia is they're doing that thing with the Ukraine, so they got to put sanctions on them, and this is the reason why we got high gas prices. So it's always something. But they always talk about how they had this reserve and stuff like that. The other thing is how they're making a push now towards they're making a push towards electricity and stuff like that. So you got the electric trucks that are on the rise now and stuff. Even though the technology, if the technology is the technology and stuff, if it's anything like when they was trying to, they always been talking about climate control and this stuff here. So they put the emission system inside the trucks and stuff, and so we see how that turned out. And so it's never been about quality. When it comes to technology, it's never been about quality. It's always been about quantity. Always been about quantity and stuff. And so we get a bunch of stuff mass produced, and if it can work for a certain amount of time and somebody buys into it, then once they buy into it, then it is what it is and stuff, right? But they never address the emission issues with trucking, to a point to where it's not even, if you go and do certain things and stuff now, they don't even care to look at it and stuff, man, or address it anymore and stuff. It's never, it's not even an issue. So with all things considered, it's just, I have to make a proper assessment and say that they are indeed attacking this industry and stuff, but what is the reason? What is the reason for attacking the industry? And so this is where it gets, I just have speculation and stuff, so, and my opinion really doesn't matter too much anyway and stuff. So, I just say that, well, with everything that's going on, we're definitely being set up, we're definitely being set up and stuff. And so, with all things considered, people are now talking about possible recession. People talk about a possible recession, and so I didn't really see it on the horizon at first, but with all things considered now, I'll say it's a possible recession on the horizon because I know somebody said something about the rates being low out here, and so I wanted to speak on that too. In connection with this, is that the rates are always going to be low. The rates are always going to be low and stuff, and so there was never a time where we can say that, well, rates was okay and stuff all across the board. It's just they raise up the diesel fuel prices and stuff, and then you got a ton of people, which we already said was going to happen. You had a ton of people that get the SBA loans, PPP loans. People start buying up trucks and stuff like that. And so remember me saying earlier last year that there are going to be some things and stuff that happen. And when these things happen, people just ain't going to know what to do. You're over here paying $4,000 to go get an authority. And so, bought the truck and stuff, and you gave them $100,000 down payment. They done raised up the truck prices and stuff now astronomically. The banks are now, it used to be you can get a truck at, if you had good credit and it was zero money down and stuff, or maybe 4%, but now with good credit, they still want 30%. That's with good credit. They want 30% of the value of the truck, because banks really aren't taking any chances and stuff anymore. And that 30% really, that 30% pretty much covers the cost of the truck. If you look at it, if the truck is this amount, then you pay 30% of that and stuff. That pretty much paid for the truck, especially if it's used, with the anticipation of them snatching it back. And then, once they snatched it back, they still got, they're going to be flush with product, but the difference is this time they got money on top of it. So it's not going to be, they learned a little something from the 2008 housing market crashes that, there was a bunch of people that were just putting stuff out there, and, people was collecting money and stuff and so on and so forth, but they got caught. A lot of them got caught up in the end and stuff, despite what people were saying that a lot of people got away with it and stuff. A lot of banks went out of business and stuff. The states were the ones that had to collect on the houses, and then, if you had a little bit of money, of course, then you just went down there to the clerk of courts, paid the money, paid the tax. What the state wants is that they just want taxes collected. That's how they make money. And then you're responsible for all the maintenance and stuff and whatnot. So now what the banks are saying is that everybody's flush with money, so you put 30-40% down and stuff, even if you got good credit. So you pay for the truck. If they have to whatever money you make, that's profit and stuff to them. And then when they take the truck back and stuff, they'll be flush with product. And then, so you give it probably by the end of the year. A lot of these auctions are going to be saying buy one get one free. Buy this truck right here for $30,000, and you get another truck for free and 2 trailers. We'll probably throw in 2 trailers because people bought all this. They bought all this equipment that they now can't pay for and stuff. You're hearing people talking about, well, I got to get out of the industry now because the diesel fuel and stuff is high. So that's always been a talk that people have always been saying. Well, if this diesel fuel gets to a certain price, man, I got to go and park my truck. Well, back in 2004, when diesel fuel first made it to $2 a gallon, the signs and stuff that were out there that was posted, they were posted prices out there. They didn't even, when it reached $2 and stuff, it couldn't even advertise $2 a gallon. But, in January of 2004, when diesel fuel finally reached $2 a gallon, people, oh man, I'm getting out of this industry. And so, but people still maintained that was 2004. So, 4 years later, diesel fuel made it up to $4 a gallon. It's the first time we ever seen $4 a gallon diesel fuel. And so people were saying again, man, hey, it's too high. I'm going to have to park the truck and stuff. I'm going to have to get out of the industry. And so, here we are now in 2022, and people are still saying the same thing, man. Diesel fuel is astronomical. I got to park the truck, so on and so forth. And so, I guess you got to do what you got to do. It's just this time, people are not, because of people's ability. I ain't gonna say ability. It's just when you're not prepared, when you weren't prepared and stuff, man. These things they feel like they just came out of nowhere and stuff. But for people that was prepared and was laying down information for you and stuff, and saying, man, don't be so quick to jump to conclusions because, it appears as though that you're making money because, things are going to get tough out here. And so I still see that people are still running this same old programming of running the freight real cheap. Okay, well, diesel fuel is up so high and stuff, so if let me beat the other guy out by just running the freight and stuff, $300-400 under par, so I can get the contract and stuff now. So when fuel stabilizes, then when fuel stabilizes, now I got all the contracts and stuff, and we can come in, we can get we get things on and popping. That same failed technique, it didn't work then, it's not going to work now. So a unification base is key, has always been key. It's just, you see now stuff where we're being punished, we're being set up. They even had, they put up a video and stuff, this Amazon truck now. This Amazon truck and stuff, he was making a U-turn on the Ambassador Bridge. That was something that's never been done before. Anybody that's been across the Ambassador Bridge over there in Detroit that goes into Canada knows that, if you make the wrong turn or whatever and stuff, you got the show zone on both sides, so you can make the U-turn. You can make the U-turn and stuff, explain to them that you made a mistake and stuff like that. They'll turn you around and they'll send you back. They may search your vehicle, they may not, but if you made the mistake, if you made a mistake of going to the border and stuff, then you got to pay the toll if there is one and stuff. But other than that, man, they just turn you around, tell you to go whichever way and stuff. You know, if you're from Canada, then you go back to Canada. If you're from the United States, then you go back to the United States. So, but a guy makes a U-turn up there and stuff, and they made sure to say that it was an Amazon truck that did it. So, you know, now they're trying to put pressure on Amazon now. You know, they see where the United States Postal Service, they're being sued. The United States Postal Service, they're being sued because they didn't get electrical vehicles. They didn't get electrical vehicles. So I imagine the next I ain't gonna say a mandate, but I imagine the next policy that's gonna come down from Amazon is that if you don't have your truck has to be a post-emission truck. It's got to be something post-emission. If it's not post-emission, then well, you know, you're not going to be able to haul our freight. So they're putting their infrastructure in play now and stuff. So, you know, I guess you give it some time, and you give it some time and stuff, and that'll be the next policy with Amazon that I'm seeing. So so yeah, other than that, let's see, let me get to you guys' questions up here, if you got any. Let's see, Dale, let's see what you got. At what point do we get good news for trucking? This past year has been brutal war on trucking, not enough parking, rates overall going down. It's getting to the point that it's impossible to attract new drivers. Well, I mean, here's the thing, is that business is always going to be business. And so when you're in business, there's not going to be too many times in business where you get great news. You know, it's just stuff just roll down the pipeline, and then we just deal with it the best way we know how. You know, it's always going to be a battle. It's always going to be a battle between, you know, rates, you know, between rates and, you know, fuel costs, operational costs and stuff. And that's because when you look at the industry overall, right? When you look at the industry overall, you see that a lot of people that are in the industry simply do not know what it means and stuff to be in this industry. They simply don't know and stuff. And so, I mean, you know, it's not, you know, I can't really hold it against people and stuff, but, you know, when you come from a lot, you know, when you come from a bastion and stuff, like, I mean, trucking is the last bastion where you can come to and you can kind of control the money. You can kind of control the money somewhat if you say, well, I'm gonna just dedicate 365 days to just totally staying out here on this road, right? You know, you can control that aspect there and stuff. As long as I got hours on the book, then I have the possibility of moving, you know, if you're a company driver, you know. But you somehow got control of what you can do in order to make money, and you don't have to put tons of effort into making this so, you know, it's not like, you know, like retail and stuff. You know, retail is dead now, so you can't go to retail and say, well, yeah, I'm gonna open up a store and start selling product. There's not a lot of venues that you can go into and you can control and stuff. You yourself can control what comes out of it and stuff for the most part. So, you know, trucking is that last little bastion that you can go to. So when people come into it, people are coming into the industry with money in mind. I'm coming in this industry because somebody said that you can make $100,000 a year, and that's what I'm here to do. And they have no clue as to what it's going to take in order to make that money. They have no clue and stuff, man. So they think, well, okay, I'm just getting this truck, drive it, go up and down the road. I'm gonna be home on the weekend, holidays, birthdays, and all these other days and stuff, because they say, well, it's based on me and how I want to do things. If I want this time off or that time off, they're going to, you know, it's centered around me, and that's just not it, you know. It's a business just like everything else. And so, in business, it's not about you. It's about, it's about, it's simply about the business. That's it. If you got freight that got to be moved and stuff, and your house is 25 miles, up the road, but you're 10 miles away from a load that's going to take you 1,000 miles somewhere and stuff, paying $3,000, then, even though your home time and stuff was set, hey man, listen, you need to go pick this load up and go on up the road and stuff. Let's make this money. We'll worry about your home time later. And they just got a nicer way of saying that and stuff, but eventually that's what it boils down to. And so, people just get discouraged and stuff like that. I see people that made a few videos leaving trucks on the side of the highway, and they talk about the mental strain and stuff that's on them and stuff like that. But again, when you're looking at $100,000 as a company driver, and as an own operator, you're looking at $400,000. But you're not looking at everything that's in between. Like, you gotta have a love. You gotta have a love for what you do. Otherwise, money is just a byproduct. Money is just a byproduct and stuff, man. Cause honestly, I'll do this job for free. I would. I would do this job for free and stuff, man. That's how much I love it. But money is just a byproduct, and people gonna have to understand that it's going to take some time and stuff for you to get this thing down packed. And if you don't have the mental capacity, if your circumstance doesn't allow you to do that and stuff, man, it's just not going to happen. And so, in business, there's never going to be any good news. No matter what sector you're in. And so, trucking is no different. That's just my opinion. So what you got? I'm in this thing. Let's see. Mike Trucking with Big Daddy. All right, let's see, bro. Kill that. It's not Biden. It's no economy in the world. It's thriving. Right. Well, like I said, I don't really put politics. I don't really put politics in this stuff, but you got to take responsibility with accountability. Did we have these problems 4 years ago when Trump was in office? Let's put it on the scales and stuff, right? The 2018 mandate, that could have been stopped. The 2018 mandate could have been stopped and stuff, right? He didn't do it. That's a Republican. That's a person that was sitting there, him and Mike Pence, Mike Pence and stuff. There's another Republican that fired a truck driver. Well, they sided with the firing of a driver and stuff, because he didn't want to freeze to death on the side of highway. So, there it again. There's two examples. He went into a lot of these infrastructures and said that they ain't had nothing to worry about. And the second he left, these businesses closed. They closed shop. They moved to Mexico. They promised, man, okay, well, we're going to start penalizing industries that leave and go to other countries. And what were companies doing? Thermo King, they shut their plant down, moved to Mexico. What was another? Several businesses and stuff, they shut the stuff down, moved to Mexico. But at the same time, he put the what was the other thing that was hurting the industry? In fact, we had a little bit of a recession in the trucking industry. When they was blaming the Republican Party stuff. Basically Donald Trump about the tariffs. When he was putting those tariffs and stuff on people, those tariff charges. Again, we kept hearing it, and they kept saying, okay, well, hey, this is Donald Trump and the Republican Party and stuff. So I'm saying, you take responsibility with accountability. 4 years ago, that's what it was. Diesel fuel and stuff kind of increased. Diesel fuel increased a little bit. We had a little bit of a recession when COVID hit. A lot of these brokers and stuff got incentives and stuff like that. The truck drivers went to Washington twice. And they didn't get anything accomplished. Again, that's on the Republican Party. So, what? Did we just sit there and let that stuff slide? But then, we let that slide, and then even though they was responsible for a lot of this stuff, We just let that slide and everything, you know. So again, you know, they got to take responsibility with accountability. If they're directly responsible for the things that are going on and stuff, you know, Buttigieg is in there now and stuff. When Garcia was in, you know, when Garcia was under there, they kept giving Garcia a whole bunch of flack. Trying to think. Before with Garcia, it was I want to say LePage. I want to say LePage and stuff. And so when LePage opened up the what was that? Where the drivers can come from Mexico and stuff in the United States and stuff. I forgot what they called that. But LePage did that and stuff. And so everybody jumped on LePage. That was under the Obama administration. Then when Garcia got in there and stuff, you know, they kept putting all this pressure on Garcia. So then, let's see, under Garcia, you had the 30-minute, you had the 30-minute mandate, you had the they repealed the 34-hour reset and stuff. So you see where this stuff is going, right? I got a whole list of it. I got a whole list of it, man. I'll be up here all day long and stuff to say, okay, who are the key people responsible and what political party was they affiliated with. So yeah, it's blame on both sides. But I ain't gonna sit there and let somebody say, well, okay, they did this, you know, they did this and stuff, and then don't say anything and stuff about what's going on now. That's just being disingenuous. Let's see. No party cares about trucking. Absolutely. See, salute, bro, to the chat. Rates too low. Absolutely. Let's see. You go Dale again. You on fire today. Let's see. All facts. People tend to blame whoever is the president is not the president. Simply, we truckers need to take responsibility and strike for 1 week, and it would change. And it would change regardless of stuff. At least who the president is. Okay, all right. Like, you know, I spoke on that before about this whole. I spoke before and stuff about this whole strike thing. When you can't get drivers on code. There's no code of conduct out here. There's no code of conduct out here and stuff. Prime example, you know, what are the number one videos and stuff that are out here going on right now? Bonehead truckers and stuff. So, you know, you got Ike Stevens up here that's posting up now. This the same stuff that got us in trouble. This the same stuff that got us in trouble back in 2012. All those videos that Ike Stevens was posting up about bonehead truckers. What did they start doing? They started looking at us as a negative light. If you start looking at all those videos that portray a few truck drivers that make some bad decisions about stuff, you know, they're the ones that get the most views, but then they look at all of us collectively. I looked at another video and stuff, everybody's favorite undercover FMCSA agent, secret agent Mike. You know, he up there doing an interview and stuff with a guy who took a video of a guy who simply parked his truck on the cat scale and stuff, you know, which I'm saying, like, you know, come on, man, look, let's be real about stuff. When you looked at the truck stop, there wasn't a lot of activity that was going on. It was not like somebody was behind the guy and stuff like that. Like, look, we run under a real strict time schedule. So the guy wasn't doing it to be facetious or whatever. You know, hey, people just do certain things. You're gonna complain about the fact, well, we shouldn't be parking at the fuel island and stuff like that. Okay, well, let's put it on the scales and stuff, man, and see what it really is. So when you park in the fuel island, you got to get fuel. You got to go inside and get a fuel receipt, right? Now, what they say, you should pull forward. They say you should pull forward and stuff and let the other guy behind you fuel, okay? All right, then some people, well, you need to find somewhere to park. Just pulling up front and stuff, they ain't gonna make a hill of nothing. My thing is, if it ain't a bunch of activity that's going on, right? Just make some common sense assessment. Make some common sense assessment. If it ain't a lot of activity that's going on and stuff, right? People gonna do certain stuff like that. Hell, I do it. I do it. If it ain't, I mean, if the truck stop is empty, yeah, I'm gonna run in there and stuff. Get my fuel ticket, might use the restroom and stuff, might order me something to eat. But when I come outside, I know it ain't a bunch of people behind me. It ain't a bunch of stuff that's going on in the truck stop. Now, if it's very busy, then I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna just grab my stuff and keep on going and stuff, and then I'll find somewhere else to go. But that's just common sense logic, you know. But you know, you're gonna single out the inexperienced amongst us, and then punish them. You're gonna punish them and stuff, right? Instead of coming up to them and ask, you know, just letting them, or be an example, you're gonna punish them because they made one mistake. Just like seeing this other video and stuff. This guy, he had to, you know, he said he waited 10 minutes to see this. This guy dropped the trailer, forgot to take his airlines and stuff off, and so when he dropped it, you know, he dropped the trailer, the airlines and stuff pulled off. You know, he forgot to he forgot to unhook them, and they came off and stuff that way. That's the same type of dude. That's the same type of guy and stuff that will see some dangerous stuff and then just let it happen instead of going over there and, you know, going over there and stuff, man, and possibly correcting the problem and stuff like that. You know, oh, well, I don't want to talk to the driver because the driver is going to fuss at me. He's going to argue at me. If you see something that's going to potentially cause some harm or some danger and everything, hey, stop it before it starts. You know, I say, you know, if I see somebody's stuff open, you know, if I see your thing open or whatever and stuff, I just go and close it. You know, your side compartment. If I see it open, man, you know, I'll close it. You know, I'll close it. Sometimes people forget, but you know, it's these little small things and stuff that can stop the big things from happening. But we just lost this whole communication thing. That's why the CBs are so messed up now. You know, but yeah. Let's see what we got now. If people aren't spending money, fuel the economy, then yes, we are going to go into a recession. Problem is, we got too much money. You got too much money. People buying too much stuff. I can't wait until these repos I give it 2 months, then auction time. Right. Let's see. So we can expect a sale soon. The auction. Wait about California trying to ban 70,000 truckers. Well, you know, see, there it is again, right? There it is again and stuff, right? About this you know, they say, well, the presidency ain't got nothing to do with it and stuff like that. You know, California, okay. California they took an assessment and stuff, and make no mistake about it. You know, the governor that's over there is Governor Gary Newsom. So they took an assessment over there, just like they did at the border and stuff, and say, okay, listen, if we implement this rule, right? If we implement this rule and stuff, right? How bad is it going to be? How bad is it going to be? So they go out there, they bring the findings and stuff back and say, no, it ain't a good idea right now. It ain't a good idea right now. So we'll put the talkings and stuff out there. We'll put the talkings out there and stuff, and then the drivers will just do the rest. And so they'll come back a year later, do another assessment, and say, okay, is it time yet? No, it's not time. It's not time. So, you know, right before the mandate comes in and stuff, here comes this ruling to say, okay, all right, look, we're going to suspend this right here. You know, when not HR 40, I forgot that ruling and stuff. If you were a contractor, right? You either had to be an employee or you had to be an own operator and stuff. And so, you know, they stopped the ruling and said, okay, well, it doesn't apply to the transportation industry. So, you know, California, you know, you got, if anything happens to California, people just move over to Arizona and say, okay, yeah, let me do my Arizona thing over here and stuff, right? And they just switch over base plates and all that other stuff there. You still able to go in California, So um, it's always workarounds and stuff. It always have been, always will be. So I don't think it'll be enough to affect. It won't be enough to affect, the import and export of California. But I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I feel like, they used to, they used to have a code of conduct over there in California, but I don't know what happened now and stuff, man. I really don't. It's sad almost. Let's see. Name one economy that's doing great right now. Bush, Obama, and Trump all knocked trucking upside down the head. This isn't nothing new because the Biden trucking needs to stand up and strike, period. Right. Okay. I probably hired two own operators under my authority in July for 15%. Hey, it can happen. It can happen. We acting like flu didn't happen and took everything down. If Trump was in office, things would still have to recover. It takes time, right? Okay, Kevin Samuels. Yeah, it's confirmed that Kevin Samuels has passed away. Yeah, he's gone. Too much pride to help each other and teach one half open mind to criticism. Right. Hey, it's kind of good. It's kind of good you made that comment and stuff, man. Cause see, I'm like, just like in the dating world and stuff, a lot of people were very critical. A lot of people were very critical of, Kevin Samuels critiquing women about some of the things and stuff that they did, and so people just get up in their feelings and understand it's a lot of work and stuff that goes in that. Same thing with trucking. When you allow a certain type of stuff to go on for as long as it went on, and so now when you get up here, we don't know how to communicate anymore. And that's in all sectors. That's in all sectors and stuff, man. We do not know how to communicate and stuff. It's like, something as simple as saying good morning can be disrespectful. As many of us that are out here in this world, right? As many of us that are out here in this world, they're making apparatuses right now to where it can be less human contact as possible. It's less human contact as possible because we don't know how to communicate and stuff. We lost that ability. Everything a person does and stuff, man, can be seen as disrespectful. It's like you can't be polite. You can't be courteous. They say chivalry is dead. Chivalry is dead and stuff. You can't open doors and stuff for people. You can't open up doors and stuff and make compliments and stuff like that. It's just the whole communication thing and stuff is just done. And so if people are just trying to create a way to where if I can deal with this inanimate object, right? Because this inanimate object doesn't have any feelings. So when I go online and do my shopping, there's no feelings or emotions involved in it. So I can do what I do in peace. But then people have the longing of wanting to be around people ultimately. Okay, how come we don't hang out no more? How come we don't do things? Because people have lost touch of how to communicate with one another and understand it. Well, we a lot of times take things out of context. We feel that every time if somebody's saying something to you, it means that you're dumb or you're stupid or they're being disrespectful. They're not being they're not considering your feelings and all this other stuff. And so, that's just not it. I mean, if we can just stop everything else and just focus on the communicational aspects between people, that will solve they'll solve a lot of our problems, man. We lost touch of that. We just totally lost touch of that and stuff, man. You say something and oh man, he must be talking about me and stuff. He must be talking about me and understand that, well, hey, listen, I have to talk about you, but I'm talking about you in a way that's gonna help you in the position that you in. It's like I want to see you do better, but right now you messing up. You messing up and stuff, man, and you doing things the wrong way, which is gonna cause you ultimately to lose the very things that you're trying to go after, or you'll never see the dream. You have this dream, you have this aspiration, but you're doing stuff the wrong way. And so, a lot of people that I'm coaching now and stuff, that's the thing there. A lot of them, they waited until things just got absolutely bad. Yeah, I'm talking about you because that's what you did. You let things get so bad now. And so you're seeking out my help to say, well, look, hey, Rooster, pull me from the trenches. Pull me from the trenches and, man, show me the way and stuff. And I'm showing you, but hey, a lot of stuff I'm gonna say to you, man, you ain't gonna like it. And it's the same thing like it was to me with my teacher. When Casanova 601, man, he'll tell me some things. He would tell me some things and stuff, and now I'm going against his teaching. I'm seeking him out to try to get to his level, but I'm trying to tell him better than he know himself and stuff, and he's the one in the position that I'm trying to be in. But I'm trying to tell him about his business. No, he got to, when I sat down and hearkened and listened to what he had to say, it all made sense. But I'm going against all his teachings and stuff, and so that's what slowed me up. That's what slowed that process up. And so I'm thinking, oh man, come on, dude. It's a better way than that and stuff. And so, you're talking about a person that got multiple trucks, multiple trailers, and have to deal with this stuff on a regular. On top of that, now he's making time. Now, on top of everything that's going on, and he's making time for me to get an understanding of business to get to his level. And then I'm over here and stuff questioning every single thing that he's throwing at me. Even though all I have to do is just look at him, which I'm doing. I'm looking at him and stuff and saying, oh, it's a better way than that. And it's not. It's a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot of stuff he did that he did. I know he didn't want to do it. He had to do it and stuff, man, because that was the aspect of business. He had to deal with certain things in a certain manner and stuff like that. Make decisions that he really didn't want to make. But that's the position sometimes and stuff that the business put him in. And I'm sitting over here questioning every single thing he do, but then, people always ask for proof. Well, where's your proof at? Look at his business. He got fleets of stuff he's dealing with people. I'm all right, well, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna just do it my way. I ain't got no truck, no trailer. Ain't got no bit of understanding about how to do things and stuff. And so, I'm gonna do it my way. And for a long time, it didn't work. Taught me about the importance of saving money, using, the importance and stuff of using capital. The difference between capital and cash. Giving me that breakdown and stuff there, the importance of making sure that you understand where your credit is, how you can improve it and use your credit to your advantage, how to use percentages and stuff to your advantage, advancements and stuff to your advantage, so I mean, hey, when I sat down and really looked at it and started applying, I'm like, man, shoot, I could have been way ahead of the game a long time ago. But a lot of this stuff was just me putting up a bunch of resistance against him. And so, I look back at it, now I'm in that position and stuff. I kind of look back and laugh and say, well, daggone, I was the same way with my teacher. I was the same way with my teaching stuff, but you know, just gotta be patient. You gotta keep on pushing because, you know, you got the potential. You definitely got the potential. So, you know, you just gotta keep at it. And it takes a lot of hard work and stuff, man, a lot of effort, but you know, the results and stuff, man, they usually pay off if you stay the course. But a lot of time in business, you're gonna have to do things that you just don't like to do. You know, and that's the same thing in the dating world and stuff. You know, some of us are simps. And stuff. And like, man, I ain't trying to be no simp. But then you get in the midst and stuff of a player. You get in the midst of a player and stuff. You know, somebody that got confident. You know, somebody that got confidence, and you telling you how to get confidence. You know, and you still want to take some of that information and apply the stuff, right? But not all of it. And then you done went from simp to super simp. You know, you super simping now. You know, so and think you're doing something, and then you got your heart broken and stuff even more now. You know, the end. Oh man, these women ain't nothing, man. You know, now you become one of these MGTOWs and stuff. Oh man, just all women are evil, and you know. And that sort of thing there, but you know, it's just you gotta listen to those who been, you know, this dude, he been through it, you know, he been through it and stuff, man. I mean, shoot, he ain't started, you know, he told the truth, man. It wasn't until in his 40s, and stuff he started getting things down packed, you know, and so he lived a good life. He lived a good life for what it was worth and stuff. I mean, it's just I mean, a viral sensation, and then just gone in a year and stuff. Yeah, he was gone in a year and stuff, guys. Yeah, he went viral last year. I mean, he'd been in the game for a minute, but you know, it's just the whole social media thing took off. You know, the whole social media thing took off and stuff. I mean, he was all in it, you know, even though a lot of people didn't agree with him. But, you know, and some of the stuff, I ain't agree with some of that stuff up there either. But, you know, everybody ain't going to have all the right answers. But, you know, if it works for you and stuff like that, then, hey, so be it. But, see, I got almost an hour in and stuff. So, fellas, let's see. I appreciate, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all talking to me and stuff. I appreciate talking to y'all. I know I ain't been doing my lives and stuff like I have, but you know, for the most part, that's what's been going on with me. Let's see. I need help with a good shop for a rebuild. Can't get help. What kind of truck? What kind of truck you got, TBE? You got a all right, you got a Cascadia, but where are you? What part of the country are you in? Yeah, what part of the country are you in? Cause my suggestion is like, I don't know if you're on Facebook and stuff. Let's see, you got a T680 in Florida. Oh man, dude, you in a great spot, man. You in a great spot. So I'm mad. Let's see, a T680. So I'm mad you probably got a Cummins. You probably got a Cummins motor. ISX15. Okay. All right. Yeah. So what I would do is I would go on Facebook. All right, go on Facebook and stuff, man, and join some of those groups up there that's specifically dealing with your truck. That's specifically dealing with your truck and stuff. And once you get up there, just put that filler. Hey, listen, I'm in Florida. I got a T680. I got a T680. I'm in Florida. I'm looking for a rebuild and stuff. And a bunch of people just start throwing just names and stuff right at you, guys. I had to do that with mine and stuff, my Cascade. I'm like, dude, I absolutely know nobody that can do a DD15 rebuild. And then I put it out there and stuff, and they got a guy down here in Georgia. You got a guy down here in Georgia and stuff I spoke to. That's what he specializes in and stuff like that. So, you know, me and him talked, and he gave me the confidence I need and stuff. So, you know, just okay, all right. my stuff kind of heated up and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here and stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, this been your man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. If you like the content and you have not been subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit all notifications so that you will get notifications when I go live. Also, hit me up on my Instagram page, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. I'm always posting up things about my 2013 Freightliner Cascadia. And if you need more information, stuff like that, feel free to my personal phone number. My personal number is on my page on YouTube. Text me, let me know who you are. Let me know. Yeah, text me first. Let me know who you are. Let me know what the subject matter is and stuff. You know, I say keep it about trucking, and we can go into dialogue once I free up some time. And with that being said, this man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you as always, continue your own research, fact-finding studies, harness on your skills every day. Until next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy.